Hello, everyone. How the fuck did you know that I'm late because I'm making coffee? I don't make coffee in a kettle, by the way. I make it by pouring water on, cold water, and then putting it in a microwave. Then it doesn't burn the coffee. But I actually, we'll need to cut it short. Okay. Well, no, go record the slop. It's fine. The reason that I was actually late is because I'm trying to stream on Kick as well, and it's not turning on. I don't know how. I don't know why. Hello, Kathy. I don't know why it's not turning on the Kick stream. Press save. You're now ready to start stream. Press start streaming in OBS. Well, target Kick. Start. See, it says cannot reuse encoder when it's not in streaming or recording. The fuck does that mean? No idea. I guess we're gonna have to Google that shit. OBS. I guess it's the plugin that is the issue. Cannot reuse encoder when it's not in streaming or recording. Error. When OBS is unable to access the encoder because it is already in use or not properly configured. To resolve this, ensure that you have selected a valid encoder. I guess maybe something in the modify, something in this area that I don't know if I'm doxing anything if I'm showing you to. Bitrate is fine, keyframe is fine, very fast is fine. I just followed the fucking thing. Encoder. I'm just gonna do that. And we'll see if it works. Nope. Hey, sorry about this. This might be boring, guys. I'm really just really trying to stream on more than one place. I don't know. What am I supposed to hit? The site says... let me go back to it. The site says... By the way, how's my sound? Is my sound okay? Put one in the chat if my sound is okay. And I'm whispering shit. Yeah, so it says encoder 264. That's what I had earlier. Here's the thing. Maybe this is the issue. Maybe if I delete this, modify, and then put this encoder in here, and then, okay. Nope. So yeah, I guess Kick streaming is not in the cards today, which is a shame. Maybe while you guys are gonna be listening to the Discord, I'm gonna be trying to solve it, okay? Wait, let me just...
Question is, since we now know what veganism is about, if we could show you and guarantee you that you could get sufficient protein, right? Would you then say it would be better to go vegan, to not harm animals?
I did all this.
Yeah, I'm just curious.
Hey, Pio.
Yeah, well, but that's not how it works, right? Because the thing is this, like, what would your counter arguments be then in this case?
Oh, they're talking to somebody in the chat, so that's why you can't hear, guys. At the other side.
Yeah, no, this is not how it works. Please provide to me like what you would say. Is it something about protein?
Oh, first talk to me about it, and then I'll decide why I'm not gonna do it. It's just like fucking sophistry that's going on there. It's like, after whatever you showed me, I'll decide. Yeah. Bruh.
No, they're making the claims. Let them provide the evidence, Arlex.
Yeah, but I just make a different claim.
Don't. Let them prove what they're saying.
Yeah, and also, like, first of all, you also have to check whether they're actually willing to go over the evidence as well. Like, makes no sense to just throw in, like, I mean, I think you have good intentions, but yeah, you don't speak their language now at this stage. Okay, so bioavailability. Okay.
Able to create encoder. What could that be?
So, plant-based diet is very carb heavy, but that's not an issue, right? Not necessarily an issue if something is carb heavy. I mean, you don't even have to have like high carbs. It's definitely an issue. No, I don't think so. No. Why is it an issue? Why are carbs an issue? Tell me.
Vegan keto exists. Somebody tell them.
No, that's not true. That is absolutely, completely not true. If you want to be in shape.
Maybe that's the issue. I fucking don't know.
Like, if you want to be in shape, whatever that means, right? Carbs are, if anything, they can be helpful.
Not huge, but it's pretty big.
I know it sounds stupid, but yeah.
I have no time for small cups.
You can lose weight. Yeah. Yeah, but this is a different claim. Yeah, but this is now a different claim, like with too much carbs, whatever that means, like too much carbs, whatever that means. Even I don't even know what that's supposed to mean.
Why?
Yeah, but you have not given me any reason why you would avoid eating carbs. And what does much carbs even mean?
By the way, vegan keto exists.
Yes.
Hi, Lily.
And also, even fat people are in shape. It's just a round shape.
Love this stuff. Love this stuff. Perfect.
I mean, I'm just baffled that like this carbohydrate thing is still like running around. Damn.
Oh. So Fleming, if we provide you with how to do vegan keto, will you go vegan?
Yeah, they said they're not a fan of, so I think it's like lower carbs.
It's expensive. Well, there you go. So like you have like two competing ideas. Like regular keto is incredibly expensive as well. So if it's expensive for you to be on a keto diet, like low carb diet, then it would be expensive what you're doing right now. So either you hold on to this carbs are bad, carbs make me fat idea and pay the price. Vegan keto is not more expensive than regular keto. Regular keto is like a very privileged thing to do. So the question is, chicken is cheaper than keto? What the fuck does that even mean? Keto is a diet, chicken is one ingredient.
I don't think they know what they're talking about.
Yeah,
so
no, I know they don't. So it just needs to be exposed. You eat boiled chicken, bro. Taste buds must be dead. My taste buds are dying just listening to this or reading this, frankly. Okay, you can then eat boiled tofu. It's as cheap as chicken. You can find it. As cheap as chicken, yeah. It tastes like nothing, just like boiled chicken. Tastes like absolutely fucking nothing. Yeah, so you can switch to tofu instead of boiled chicken and still be on a low carb, whatever the fuck diet, right? So why aren't you doing it? Why is my kick thing not working? It's really annoying. Really fucking annoying. Maybe this is the problem? No, the protocol is fine. Fuck. Does anybody understand that kind of shit? Like how to stream on Kick? This needs to be Kick. Custom. No, it's fine. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I really was looking forward to it as well. Maybe after this stream, it's gonna be a short one. I'm gonna just try doing just Kick and see if I can solve it. I tend to fulfill my protein from different sources. Well, I can give you a few more sources of low carb or even zero carb plant proteins, but it seems you're just like not willing to change your minds or habits or think about animals, think about the victims of your actions. You just like want to like give us excuses, and when we solve those excuses for you, we say, well, actually there is a solution on a plant-based diet to do the same thing. You're like, nah, I'm just gonna do that thing, and you keep like bringing more excuses in, right? Am I in the ballpark, Flaming? Am I in the ballpark? Are you just like not gonna change your habits, not gonna give a shit about the animals that you pay to be slaughtered and exploited? You're just gonna continue being a selfish piece of shit, are you? You like cats and dogs, so like if a dog was a better source of protein with less protein than chicken, would you like switch to dog meat? Yes, you would switch to dog meat. I know that's not what you're answering to, but please answer my question. You would switch to dog meat if it was a better source of protein. So your I like cats and dogs was like virtue signaling or some kind of shit, right? You're just like a selfish individual. So in the near future, what we should do, we should like restrict people like you to a degree of like you not being able to like execute your selfish desires the way we do with grapists. That's what we should do in the future. So somebody please make the note for Fleming that this is what we should do with this individual. In the near future, we should just like restrict him or her to not execute their desires. I'm not saying you're a rapist. I'm saying you are akin to a rapist. You are executing your selfish desires at the expense of victims. You are executing your selfish desires at the expense of victims. You could eat tofu and other plant proteins, but you choose to boil chickens instead. Chickens are living sentient beings, very similar to dogs and cats, but you also you said you would eat dog meat. So exploited and slaughtered dog, if it meant it's better protein for you. So you're a selfish person who needs to be restricted from executing their desires because you're like a danger to morality. You literally said if it was a better protein, you would slaughter an animal that you actually like for it. And you're gonna tell me you're not selfish, Fleming. That's literally what that's like grapist morality. Yeah. So grapists grape because it's just like too inconvenient to wait to find a person that would have them consensually. Grapist is not going to be an issue for you if you just like actually consider morality, the morality of your actions. I don't give a shit that you're getting annoyed at this term. The analogy is 100% equivalent. Maybe not 100% equivalent, but very comparable. So you would pay to get better, you do pay for animals to be exploited and slaughtered because it's like more convenient to you. That's selfishness. That's psychopathy. You need bailout now, Fleming. You need somebody to come in and bail you out. You need Ayush to bail you out of this predicament of you being compared to a grapist. And it's a great analogy, by the way. It's very, very comparable. You executing your desires without considering the victims of your actions is akin to what grapists do. I'm not calling you a grapist. I'm saying your actions are comparable. They come from the same place. And only a dumbass would look at the finger and not at what the finger is pointing to. Yeah, I explained it 3 times. Tell me how I'm wrong. You pay... Holy fuck. You pay for exploitation and slaughter of sentient animals because it's more convenient to you, you think, right? It could be like as convenient to you to become a vegan, but you're not willing to consider that even, right? And so that's what grapist does. Instead of going and looking for somebody who would consent, they just take. It's more convenient to them. A grapist is not practical. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. It's the most practical, right? It's the most immoral way to have sex, but it's the most practical way to have sex, man. And you're just coping because I showed how comparable your actions are to those of a grapist. So you're coping about it, right? Okay, let's move on to somebody else. Anybody else? Because Fleming is a waste. Frankly, a waste of superior human mind. Bro, I'm not gonna read your AI slope. If you can't make your own points, LLM is not gonna be your savior. It is AI slope. Give me a break. You have to. The fuck I do. I'm just gonna ignore you. Yeah, you sure you wrote it yourself? Please. Anybody else? Who's Joe? Are we vegan? Yakin, are you vegan?
Yes, hello?
Yes, hello. Are you vegan?
No.
No. Wow. Why not?
I've actually talked about it.
Mhm.
And yeah, I will I tried being vegan before and I'll try again.
Mhm.
I've talked about it with District Mayor,
Mhm.
but now I'm just visiting my family after not seeing them for 3 years. But I'll be able to try again in a couple of months.
Why in a couple of months? Why can't you try now?
Because I'm visiting my family and culturally we eat meat and stuff, so I can't.
Well, that's true of every culture. What's the difference between you and me? That I'm able to be in my culture and refuse to pay for exploitation and slaughter, but you are not able to be in your culture and not pay for exploitation and slaughter.
Yeah, I just can't, like, after not seeing them for a while, I just can't visit and be like, hey, I'm not gonna go there with you, I'm not gonna do this with you because I'm vegan now.
Well,
And
well,
while
are you
not
still gonna eat with them?
yeah.
You can still eat with them. You can still eat with them. That's the beauty of veganism. You can still eat with them. Right. I mean, unlike slavery, right, where you either partake or don't partake, with veganism you can still eat with them. You just eat something else. There you go.
Yeah, there are definitely options.
Okay.
Well, I'm not gonna do it then. That's what they're thinking to themselves.
Why do these animals deserve the time lag, right, of you not becoming vegan today? What have they done to you that they deserve the human wrath of yours? Like, what have they done to you?
Let me just start.
Human wrath of mine. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, kinda, right? I mean, maybe you're not wrathful to them in that way. I don't think that you have like ill intentions. I don't think that you mean bad, I guess, but there is some inconvenience probably going on, or maybe you're not aware of the impact of your action.
Val is being charitable.
I don't think that you're evil necessarily, right? Because yeah, I would say yeah, the animal industry, it is pernicious, right? Because you just see the food there. It's just that it's already prepared for you. It's everyone is doing it, right? You don't do the cruel act yourself. But like you could just eat something else with your just you even. You don't even have to tell your parents, or maybe you can tell them, but they can eat whatever they want. Really, that's none of our business, at least for now.
How can I do it? I don't remember now.
How does that sound?
Yeah, that sounds valid, I think. Yeah, sure.
Fuck. Why did he leave? It makes no sense.
You triggered something, I guess. Well, I don't know.
Dissonance, you mean, or what?
I don't know. I can't read minds. Why else?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's okay. Maybe they will think. Let's see.
Yes.
I mean, it's right, you know. Like people just portray it like as I mean, even if it's like a cultural thing,
yeah,
that could be true. But like, unlike other cultural things that were accepted in the past, you can still partake in the things that you enjoy. You just don't eat the animals, right?
Yeah.
People usually eat also for social reasons. That's acceptable, right? That's okay. But like, yeah, you can do that. Still get the benefit. Don't eat the animals. Simple.
Yeah. I don't know what to say. How is everybody? How my vegan fam?
Yeah, pretty good. How about you?
I've been better.
You've been better.
Yeah.
What's wrong?
Um.
Sleep?
Sorry.
The sleep, you mean? Like sleeping
Um.
things? You told me.
Yeah, that's not helping either. So yeah, I am definitely in an episode of somewhat. I think I'm keeping it behind, but I was in an episode of like exhaustion. But also I'm just like mentally checked out a little bit. Like I lost hope. And usually it comes back in a couple of days, but now it's been like a couple of weeks, just not coming back.
With veganism, you mean?
Yeah, like that. Like that we can make a difference when there are like so when people are so bad, ill-willed, bad at reasoning, when there are so many things that like just like in general maliciously go against us. All of that.
I think bugs go out. I feel you completely. I was the same also when I took a hiatus for like a few weeks when there was like this this dispute with Dave or whatever happened. I don't know. I also felt in that time, probably also because I wasn't socializing here on Discord then. But yeah, I have similar sentiments. And I think also, or maybe you could say people have this optimistic outlook because it is a way of coping as well. I mean, it must feel horrible, you could say, or it doesn't feel nice to have such an outlook that I or maybe even you have, right? It feels kind of crippling.
Yeah.
And it could be the truth, right? It could be the truth. That ultimately maybe we will never reach like the point that we actually aspire like a vegan world. Heck,
well,
we don't even have
start. So we have to go for the people who aren't influenced enough to be so like like we gotta target the kids, like get them thinking about these seeds. Like, that's literally
yeah. I know. Yeah, you're right. But even if we look from like much more like intuitive views, such as like human rights, I mean, even with humans, we still like fuck each other up, and we haven't even like figured that out. That's like, and like then the animals, dude. It's like, yeah, I totally get VPM, kinda a bit. I mean, I try to also have more optimism, but yeah.
No, usually, as like famously, I always say like my levels of optimism are sometimes like they're like never ending, but they ended pretty abruptly, and they're not like coming back. Is the point? They would end quite often, but they're not coming back.
Yeah, and also like in many other areas where you like when you have like these long-term like endeavors. I mean, it is fine to focus on the process and what you can contribute, like to get like some mastery. But if you at this stage know what the consequences are, you want to have control about the outcome, right? Usually, it's actually advised to let go maybe a bit of the outcome. But the thing is, like, if the outcome is that disastrous, you have a very strong, how do you say, longing to control outcomes. Because again, if you will not, then the animals are going to suffer, be exploited and killed in the trillions.
Yeah.
That's the thing, right? Like, let's say, I don't know, I want to win a football match. Yeah, maybe it's easier to convince myself to maybe let go a bit of the outcome. Sure, but nothing is really at stake here. I mean, like, okay, whatever. So it be. But in the case of the animals, yeah, you want to have like some form of control because this is like life and death, basically. Yeah, I totally get that. It's like difficult to.
Yeah, I get it logically. It's just like not helping right now.
Yeah, I know, yeah. Yeah, I also don't think I don't try to think about it that much. I mean, it's crippling. It makes me actually kind of more sad than even the footage, I have to say sometimes, because this is something we can absolutely we could control, but there's like an unwillingness or an ignorance, and that makes me even more desperate. Yeah, kind of.
Does anybody know anything about streaming on Kick? I'm not able to do that. Maybe that's not what I need. Maybe I need to set it up here. Sorry. Yeah, well, I'm working on it. I think because of my innovation kink, once I come up with something innovative, I'll be back. What's up, Phantos? Oh. I was thinking of asking the next person, tell me what you think. Asking them something like, should we judge other people if they're doing something immoral or something less moral than what they could do? Something like that. What do you think about it, Val? Very AY coded, no?
Well, yeah, I think most people think that probably judging people is probably good, but somehow they have like a double standard when it comes down to animal. When it comes down to the animals, apparently, I don't know.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I know how to solve this. Sorry, I'm mumbling to myself. I think I know how to solve this, guys. Maybe I'll remove that.
Yeah, but I think I came to the realization that I guess that although like refuting their points is all that fine and all, it's probably like also like the, I don't know, I think probably people are probably also persuaded by other things as well a lot. Yeah, by the way, yeah, like the relationship you form with them like during that time, even like who you are really, like your titles and all that crap.
Well, bro, I'm out then,
I mean,
because only vegans like me. And some vegans hate me as well. I'm out.
No, that wasn't my intention, but like, I mean, just look like how people just get their epistemology, right? They just get it mostly by anecdotes.
Yeah.
Why I'm no longer vegan, or why I'm now a carnivore. It's like,
I was
I
actually torturing ChatGPT yesterday. Not torturing. I asked it one question. I didn't follow up. I asked it as a ChatGPT or Gemini. I don't remember, one of them. Would it be beneficial to use the right information, but to fuck. Sorry, brain fart. Using the right information, but framing it the way people frame misinformation or disinformation. And it answered tentatively. It said, like, be careful when you do that, because you might become misinformation as well. And it broke down what that meant, how people like spread misinformation. And it's through the things that you are saying. So stuff like, let me open it up actually, using misinformation form. Yeah. So it said they use, sorry, let me scroll up. Vivid anecdotes, villains and heroes, causal clarity. So that it allows causal clarity, because it's actually post hoc ergo prompter hoc, but like it shows up as like causal clarity, moral framing. I don't know what that means in this case, and identity reinforcement. So from what I'm understanding from this list is if somebody is already vegan, then vegan propaganda can work on them. But if somebody is not vegan, it's not going to reinforce their identity. But maybe if you hit the identity of an animal lover, it might, which, you know, vegans do like a lot.
Oh yeah. I absolutely, yeah. Obviously, the value is I think this has to be clarified very early on, like the question, like whether we should respect them or whether you should respect animals, because I think that will be a big part of the following conversation, to always come back to that point whenever they make a lot of excuses, because then they will face the dissonance, or they have to have a sense of accountability, right? If they agree that they should respect them, and whenever you want to clarify what respect, like the full sense of respect, right? Paying attention to their interests.
Yeah,
and I think that is
I
absolutely,
keep telling Chip that I have no idea what this word respect even means when used in case of like animals, because a lot of people say, well, I respect an animal by shooting them in the fucking lungs, right? By killing them really fast, by shooting them in the lungs, you know? So like, what does that fucking even mean to me, right? Like I'm saying it's my issue. I don't know what that word means, but I guess to other people it means like a lot of things.
yeah.
That thing with respect, I don't know.
Yeah,
Me
but
neither.
but
I
I
don't know, me
think
neither.
but I think you are also right. So this actually comes back to the point of like that. I think we have to probably speak a bit more in their language, a little bit more at least. We have to build bridges, I believe. So if, let's say, if they're like a conspiracy theorist or some shit like that, or like they formed their position not with science, let's say, I think just providing them evidence might just have limited, I'm not saying it has like no value, but it might have just like limited value, I guess.
It depends. I think maybe it depends on the person, but here's, I think I told you, Val, why I'm doing it. I'm definitely not just doing the evidence thing. I only jump to it when a person like to relieve, right? When a person makes a huge claim and then I ask them for the evidence for their claim and they're stalled, I'm saying, well, I can give you evidence to the contrary of your claim. Would that change your mind, right? That kind of situation. And I do it because I think like the belief that it's okay to exploit and slaughter animals for our benefit, quote unquote, it's not beneficial to us, is just like surrounded by a lot of bullshit, by a lot of misinfo, by a lot of blah, blah, blah. While doing that, I'm giving them my personal anecdote, your personal, like exploiting the bodies of vegans who like have fantastic bodies, all that shit, right? So I'm doing both. I guess I'm not like the best person to talk about like respect to animals because I don't know what that means, but other stuff I do both. I do all of it. But sorry, finish your point. I totally didn't let you finish your point.
No, that's fine. But I think I said this also like in the past, maybe not to you specifically, but I think when it comes down to like these, let's call them like ordinary conversations with non-academics, let's even say it, or even if you're not, I mean, you can still have good debating skills without being.
What is respect?
No, not about that. But it's like more about like when you have like these conversations. I think you're probably gonna also have successful if you just flip the hierarchy of evidence. Basically, just work first with personal stories, anecdotes, videos. And then maybe you could move your way up, unless obviously they ask for evidence or they're very scientifically minded. And then absolutely go ahead, fire. And even supplementally, you can actually make use of scientific evidence. I'm not against it, but the question is, are they willing to go to this rabbit hole? Do they actually have do they have the prowess really to understand the science? Do they know the hierarchy of evidence? Because I think they come from a different epistemology, I think.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, that's why like my site, right? This is my site. It goes into all sorts of things. So first of all, it provides the why vegan thing. It's not science. It's like it's a bit, I guess, not non-scientific. It's not emotional. It's logical, but it's not scientific in nature, right? And I go to possible worlds again, not scientific, not not emotional, somewhat logical, right? And most people are choosing world B. It's only, but actually, like the biggest killers on my page are the protein thing, which, you know, it still works like 50-50, right? A lot of people, like 50% of people, like after me doing this presentation, they just like still don't give a shit. But a lot of people are like, oh yeah, maybe I was talking, you know, maybe I was talking out of my mind. And then the biggest killer, in my opinion, is the, which I implore, like actually rarely, is the detriment to humanity. That leaves people in a puddle, right? And all the evidence exists, right, in those little buttons under it. But, you know, like it's still like it's evidence-based, but it also hits emotionally, I think, because people think, oh, we exploiting and slaughtering animals because it benefits humanity. And when I destroy that thing with these 10 points, they're just left in a puddle, often, in my opinion. But again, I all I have is like my own intuition about this, my own like experience with these pages. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I should like employ more emotions. I'm just like maybe not the best person to do that. So I like working with people like Felix, because Felix can like simplify concepts even more than me and like hit other points than I can, right? So. What's up, Msunf? Oh, we were here to just make a few noises. What's up, Dyer?
Yo.
How you doing?
Yeah, yourself?
Yeah. What do you think? Do you think exploiting and slaughtering animals is to the benefit of humanity or to the detriment of it?
Probably neither.
Probably neither. How can that be? It's one or the other. Do you think it's like neutral? It's like has no impact on humanity?
I think it's neutral, yeah.
How is that? How is that? Can you justify it with like some kind of a rationale?
I'm Christian and it's not. So my morals come from my religion and it's not.
Well, I wasn't
my
talking about
religion
morality.
doesn't oppose it.
I wasn't talking about morality. I was talking about reality, right?
What are you talking about then?
I just said, like, reality. Is it a benefit to humanity or is it a detriment?
I don't think it's either.
How can that be? Like, it has, like, no
Well, a
impact on
benefit gives us
humanity?
food,
Can you
there you go.
justify that? Can you justify no impact on humanity?
It gives us food, benefit. There you go.
So it is beneficial, you think?
Sure.
Okay. So because it gives us food.
It provides a benefit.
Okay. So if I showed you that it's actually, despite providing one benefit, it also provides 10 huge detriments, is that going to be like moving you towards plant-based dieting?
Maybe.
What do you mean by maybe? What would you need to see to like actually for it to happen?
Well, I'd have to see what you're talking about.
Oh, okay. So like non-commitment, like at the end you can just say, yeah, your points are valid, but I don't care.
Well, you said if I showed you
Yeah.
What did you say? If I showed you detriments, would you? Or I'd want to see what they are.
Yeah. So like the question is though, right? Is it possible for you to change your mind? That's the question.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go to fruit then, at least once. Let's see what happens, right? So I'm sharing my screen. Let me know when you're watching it. Val, let's take notes. I don't know, whatever. Maybe I'm wrong. So let's see if I can prove myself wrong here to falsify my
Yep,
claim.
send it.
You watching the screen, Dyer?
Yep.
Yeah. So one benefit, right? I'm not going through benefits here, is that it provides food. And we'll actually address that in a second. But one of the detriments is that it wastes tax money. So in a lot of ways, in Australia as well, you sound Australian, I think. But I know in Australia, people think that farmers no longer get any kind of subsidies. But I was told that they do, actually. It's just like much lower than in other places. But yeah, it's basically like a waste of all the taxes that we pay, because animal agriculture is subsidized directly and indirectly in many ways, like through subsidizing crops that animals eat, through subsidizing water and other resources. So whether this applies to Australia or not is a different question, but that's a detriment in most countries, let's say. So waste of other resources. So globally, we actually feed 43% of crop land. So we use 43% of crop land to grow plants for animal feed. We use 75% of agricultural land as pasture. That's globally. That's especially detrimental, like in Australia, because those lands could have forests and shit, right? Or like could grow other crops. So it's like a waste of resources to grow a bunch of crops and then feed them to animals and then eat those animals instead. Reduction in biodiversity is the thing that I was saying. So like forests and other ecosystems are cleared out to raise animals. Some people care about that. Climate change, it's about 25% of our personal greenhouse gas emissions is coming from the fact that we eat animal products, right? Leather production has like crazy local environmental destruction, like in case of India in the area called Kanpur, and in other areas as well, right? We like extricate that production to third world or developing countries. So, and it completely destroys the areas to the point that in Kanpur you can no longer grow food, right? Like plant food. So it's also one of the leading causes of human death. So eating animal products, and especially meat and red and processed meat, it increases processed meat is like type 1 carcinogen. Red meat is type 2A carcinogen, so probably carcinogenic to human beings. It's also linked to heart disease. Overconsumption leads to obesity and therefore increased diabetes. Animal testing is actually detrimental to us as well, because sometimes when you test a certain compound on animals, it's a detriment to the animal where it wouldn't be a detriment to a human being. For instance, in case of aspirin, we almost didn't have the drug aspirin because it harmed the animal it was tested on. And now it's like a drug that prolongs life in a great way. So almost everybody over 60 takes that drug. So who knows how many compounds we left on the testing floor because we're testing on animals and not testing in ways that are more translatable to human beings. Zoonotic disease is so like the influenza, right? The flu, AIDS, COVID, tuberculosis. All of those things are created because we are fucking with animals, with like sometimes literally, but just like because people just like confine huge amounts of animals in one area, and that creates like a ground for mutations of viruses that can be passed to human beings and are quite a lot, right? We like in the middle of like another outbreak of avian flu specifically in farms. Antibiotic resistance is point number 9. So 80% of antibiotics sold in the US are used in animals as well. And so like if we lose the ability to use antibiotics, that's gonna be incredibly detrimental to us as human beings. And we already see the signs of that, like in hospital and stuff. And the final point, I'm sorry for... Okay. The final point is it's the mental detriment. So when we don't like a group of people, we dehumanize them, which includes downgrading them to animal status. And so if we didn't treat animals as like lesser, the way, you know, animal practices were used in the Holocaust, and those people were called subhumans. And we know of other places in history where that was also deployed, right? That we downgraded human beings to animals, which allowed us to do things that we do to animals. If that benchmark didn't exist, perhaps we would treat each other more kinder, you know? What do you think, Dyer?
Yeah, some good points in there.
Mm-hmm.
Is that like a website? I don't know if I could like look through it. I don't know.
Sure, I can.
Or is that just like a...
No, it is a website. It's a website I'm building. So, and almost all of the points, one of them is still in building. So zoonotic antibiotic resistance, I still have to add the sources. But almost like all the rest have like sources, the buttons right there, right? So you can go through it. You can check out the sources as well. I put it in the chat.
Yep.
Yeah. So do you think like if you checked it out a little more and if the sources like pan out, would that move you towards plant-based eating closer?
Yeah, sure.
Are you just saying that because you're kind of exhausted from listening to me, or do you mean it?
Nah.
All right. I hope so. Maybe Val can ask you a few questions now, because I've been talking for a while.
The bad cop is now a turn.
Yeah, I'm currently eating, sorry. But you can actually continue if you want to. I think you went pretty well with them.
I can help if you want.
Yeah, go for it, Alex.
I don't mind.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, so we can go into veganism and its definition, but I like to use a definition that is universal when it comes to all beings and not just animals. So the principle be that you're not inflicting unnecessary suffering onto those who can experience suffering. And unnecessary would mean something that is not for your survival or for the survival of others, right? Would you agree with what necessary is?
Sorry, say it again, sorry.
Yeah, so I say necessary is whatever is for your survival.
I think they're not really listening, not gonna lie. I think they're just kind of person.
Is there anything else that you would add to necessary?
Not off the top of my head.
Okay, so the principle is where you say yes or no, I agree to the principle. Do not cause unnecessary suffering onto those who can experience suffering. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what veganism is. It just usually it says animals, but at the end of the day, we treat humans like animals, right? So it doesn't matter. And if you hold this principle, it is just so you know what's happening, what your actions are leading to. And if you eat, animal products or pay for animal products, you are